To the channel, Trucker Rod here. Hey, I'm just trying to get this situated, see if the screen's right. No, it's not. That figures. Let me fix it. There we be. Is it right now? Come on. There it is. All right, delayed reaction here. So anyhow, welcome to the live stream. I am here at the Love's Truck Stop in Covington, Virginia, and took off yesterday morning. Get myself a couple deliveries done yesterday, and knocked out 3 of them today, but put down already about 1,150 miles in 2 days. Good weather, fog, rain, no snow, no ice, warm weather, 50-some degrees. So, and if you could, before we get started, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, as it's going to help with the algorithm to get us pushed out there and grow the channel. So, I've been in talks with a couple guys. I've mentored one driver for the last 10 years. Pretty proud of him. And now understand, today's my birthday. And I've talked to both of my kids. I give my kids the worldly advice I can. And they come to expect it from me, in a sense that, you know, I'm not going to be some ignorant father who's, you know, I'm always lifting them up and giving them encouragement and understanding their work environment and what they do for a career. So this gentleman was a client of ours back before I came back to driving in healthcare, when we had our sports rehab. And he was driving a FedEx step van with a chauffeur's license, and after I came back to driving, I said, your best thing would be to get your CLA, all your, you know, with your endorsements to drive tractor trailer. And I said, it's going to open up more doors for you. And sure enough, he did do that a few years after I consulted with him. And he did, he slung beer and beverages for a beverage company till he got his experience and moved forward to where he went on to do other things in tractor trailer. But also this other gentleman, when I came back to driving, I remember talking with the second gentleman, his name's Steven, a few years ago. Geez, I want to say back before the ELDs, before so I want to say it was about 9-10 years ago. I talked to him when I was still running paper logs. But he was in a factory, like a machine shop, machinist work. But he, like myself, working in the hospital, you felt confined in the 4 walls. Didn't get to see the outside much. There's different folks with different personas to where sometimes you just need to be outdoors or being, you know, looking out a window, for the most part, that type of job. He decided to leave that and get into driving. He asked me about it back then, because he had saw a lot of trucks coming and going and shipping and receiving in the factory he worked at. He went and got a CDLB, which is just a straight truck. So he's been on the talks with me for the last week or so, wanting to get his A and move on forward to doing bigger, better things. The companies he's been driving straight truck with, they're running junk equipment, unsafe equipment, and not only that, unsafe equipment, but very belligerent bosses or people that they don't have his best interest. They only have the interest of the company. And I've worked with 35 to 30 years ago, I've worked with many companies who ran equipment in the ground, unsafe equipment, ran you ragged, ran you illegal, and it was going to end in a fiery storm of either you're going to have a fatality, killing someone, or killing yourself. And that's where I was getting at in the late 90s, 99 into 2000, that I was running so hard, so fast, that I was going to hit a brick wall if I didn't stop. And that's why I left driving at the end of 2000 and beginning of 2001, when I went off to school to get my bachelor's and then going to be a chiropractor in sports medicine. That was one of the key components, is I wanted to do something more out of my life, get more satisfaction, more fulfillment, and be challenged day in and day out. And I was going after many certifications, many aspects to be just, instead of just a one-dimensional chiropractor, I wanted to be well-rounded in many facets. And that's what I conveyed to the first guy years ago, is get all your, and even recently, get all your endorsements if you want to open more doors. And it's just like a game, like when you watch those games on TV, where if you get the answer correct, you get so many chances to open more doors to win the grand prize. And it's the same. I'm sitting here watching all these trucks. There's been like 7 trucks that have raced through the few islands at a phenomenal speed, which, come on guys, let's grow up and be professional here. Driving in this in the truck stop at a high rate of speed is no different than driving very fast in a residential area where kids are running around. You got guys, I've been watching guys walking their dogs, walking their significant others out here. Come on. So this first guy, Bob is his name, he's already got his endorsements through Michigan, but he couldn't get them transferred to the state he wanted to go to. So therefore, he's back in Michigan, and he's at a point in his life, he's just doing what he likes to do right now. I'm sure he's going to do a reset. If something comes along and gives him the bug, bites the bug on him to go out and drive and do something, he'll do it. But he's right where he should be, to get himself recollected and reset, after getting burned out with the company down in Nashville, Tennessee. But the second guy, Steven, he quit his job today. Now, Bob did the same thing when he left hauling produce. He called me when he walked out the gate and said, am I doing the right thing? And I said, you know, what transpired, what happened, and you know, and we talked about it, and I said, this is a time where you need to move forward, because there's better companies out there, but you need to get all your endorsement. He just basically didn't have his doubles, hazmat, and all that. That's the stuff you need. You have everything. And that's the same with Steven, and the second guy, is get all your endorsements, because it opens up every realm of, if you're going to be out here and you love driving. I love driving. I have every endorsement. If the company was to say, we're closing its doors, we don't want to work with you no more, there's the door you leave, you know, whatever, I get laid off, fired, I can go out and open any door in the trucking realm and go for it. And that's what I've been telling these guys, is have all your endorsements. If the opportunity's there to get them, get them. Because you will be able then to pick and choose what you want to do, instead of just settling for what you need to do, as far as you know, you're going to settle and just take this job because it's the only one that's offering you a position. Don't get pigeonholed like that. So Steven quit his job today. He called me after he talked to his mother and said, look, truck was unsafe, a near miss in an accident, and the company got belligerent with him for bringing the truck back, saying it's unsafe. He called it out and said the braking system's unsafe, the electrical system's not, you know, it's flickering, the lights aren't staying on, this is not safe. But yet they deemed it's, you know, basically they had words with him about, you know, what they felt about him. So I said, you know, it's time to go. And I've been through that 30 years ago, being with companies with junk equipment, and I said, don't stick around for that kind of stuff, for mistreatment on you and driving unsafe equipment. So he is going to relocate closer back to home where his family is, and he's going to team up with driver number 1. So those two, I got them hooked up together after Thanksgiving. So he's going to go to school, and I said, let Bob teach you what you need to know to get your A and get all your endorsements. Get with a company, start out slow, and get a couple years in with the tractor trailer. You know, a 53-foot trailer in the pivot point with your 5th wheel underneath you. You know, that's a different animal driving in rain, snow, and ice than it is a straight truck. So that's what I conveyed to Steven. It's just, you know, get yourself going, get 2+ years behind you, just like Bob did, and then you can start looking over your shoulder and seeing what else is out there, what is maybe a better fit. And it'll take you a while to find what that niche is in trucking, and it's like for any job. And I'll go on a little bit of a transit on this. But so Steven, I said, take the day and just get yourself collected for this move you just made. And he's talking about selling his house where he's at, moving up. And I said, you know what, if you have to do it, you have to do it. But I said, in 5 years, you're going to call me back, you know, and you're going to have that discussion and saying, I took a pause in life, got my endorsements, all my certifications, and now I'm here instead of down here. And that's where you always want to be, is always moving forward and thrusting yourself to the next rung on the ladder. And that it was right up going. That's why I was getting this live stream going. Is I was on the phone with my son, and he been given the opportunity as in software and IT analyst, working with that out in California, you know, which is the state you're usually be in for being a computer nerd. But he is been given so many opportunities with the company he's been with since they hired him right out of from his internship in college. He was presented a better opportunity, either take it in the home state he grew up in, or take a better opportunity with the same company out in California. And I said, take that one, because you need to get out of here and you need to get away. You need to see the world, but take on challenges. And when you take new challenges on, when you step in out of your comfort zone and into something new that you've never done before, you're going to either, because it's getting you out of your comfort zone, you're going to be reluctant to go in that direction unless you have a mentor. Have someone that can be your cheerleader and your coach and just get you through that and say, keep moving forward, step by step, keep moving forward in that direction. My son, he can already look back the last 3 years he's been out there, and I don't think he's ever gotten the opportunity or experience, if he would have stayed in our home state, than where he's at. And I'm sure it's given him the confidence and the certainty to every day go in and do better than he did yesterday. And that's what I tell to these two guys that I've been mentoring, is keep driving forward. And I think Bob's got it, because when Bob and I talk, he's already been in the field for over 10 years, but tractor trailer wise, I think he's been at it for a good 6, 7, 8 years. He's there. He's got that confidence. Steven, we're going to work him up and get him on board, because, you know, it's nice when someone can come to you and say, you've been around the block, you've done this, this, and this. And like, yeah, I have. And I can only be a mentor or give advice through my opinion. And it's not, you know, I want to say it's not set in stone. But when I give my advice, it's my opinion. I'm a different generation of driver than those two guys, because one's a millennial and the other one's a Gen Z. So I'm dealing with 2 different generations, 3 all across the board. And it's the same with my son. He's a Gen Z, I'm a Gen X. My daughter's a millennial. So each one of them has grown up in a different phase and era in the world and in life in general with me. So when you don't step forward because you're fearful of a challenge, you're fearful of getting that certification or that endorsement that is going to thrust you up into a different position in your career, and you're reluctant to do that, and you hold yourself back, you take the easy way, is how I told my son. Many people will just take the easy way of doing stuff, the easy path, and then and it sets a limit. They limit themselves to say, yeah, if I go here, then I'm going to be challenged more, and it gets to be fearful for them. And that's not what you want to be, is fearful for anything. You're going to always step up and do more and more and more in your career position, because then you don't become limitless. To my company, I always come to them, I don't have limits. I don't set limits, and I let them know there's, with me, you're limitless on what we can do. Whatever we want to get done and accomplish, or maybe expand the company in, or what have you, yeah, let's do it. Let's go that direction, because it's job security. And that's just it. When you're limitless, you ground yourself to having better job security. Especially now, being 2024. Sorry, my throat's dry. Going into 2025 with a new administration. Look, folks, people are getting laid off left and right out there. The economy is shrinking, it's tightening up, it's constricting. It's time to know that you got to make your job work, unless you absolutely have something that you can transition to. But if you're just going to quit your job and say, tomorrow I'll go out and find something new, you better have something already in the hopper if you're leaving the job you're currently at. But with my son, he's in that position out in California. He's become limitless, where they're offering him a position before they even post it. And that's what, that's already setting the precedence of what I've been telling him all along, is keep yourself to where you can always grow and expand as a worker. Whether you're self-employed or a W-2 employee, doesn't matter, but you're always going to be learning and expanding in your mind of knowledge and education. Keep yourself limitless, because when you don't get out of your comfort zone and you stay right where you're at, you never change and you never progress, you're limited. And you're limited on what you know and what you can do. And if you become limitless, many more doors of opportunity are going to come to you. And it could be in your work career, your personal things you do around the house. I've done so many things around my house I've never thought I could ever do, from building trades, carpentry, electrical, plumbing, what have you, even as a mechanic. And I think a lot of people will find that with themselves, whether it's relationships and or just personal things out in the world, hobbies and activities you may participate in. So just know that when you make a decision, or if you decide not to move forward on something, whether it's to get the next step up in a certification, or how do I want to say, certification, endorsement, something that's going to help you come up on the ladder in your career. And I say career, it could be self-employed or employer, like an employee. But don't settle. Always push yourself to go farther, do more, and take that leap of faith, take that challenge, take it on. Don't let that fear get inside of you here, giving you anxiety and heartburn and chest pain because you got anxiety because you're going to be stepping out of your comfort zone, taking on a new role in something in life. Fear is just an emotion. It's just something you make up. It's, if you got more certainty, more confidence in life, fear will be not even in the back seat with you in the same vehicle. It's not even going to be around you. You're just going to know what to do, go forward with it, and get better at it when you get into that position. So just like these gentlemen, when they've moved forward, they, Bob he's now a driver trainer. And surprising, I didn't know he'd want to do that, but that's what he went back to the school that he got a CDL from, and now he's a trainer training young men, and Steven's going to be one of his moving forward. Now, not everyone's, but a lot of us are out here. Now, a lot of drivers I've met, they're just out here for a paycheck. You can tell they're doing the bare minimum. The way they dress, carry themselves, the way they take care of their trucks inside and out. But these guys want to do more than just be truck drivers. They want pride in their work. They take pride in their work, and that's what every person should be. Is if you're half-assing it, you're never going to move up in your pay grade, or in the in the ladder, or even as a self-employed. If you're a business owner, your business is not going to thrive if you're going to do things half-ass. If not, you'll be going bankrupt. So that's what I'm wanting to get across today. These two gentlemen, not only, and my son and my daughter, I talked to her for a bit today. Her and I had a talk, and I'll round out on this. My daughter and I had a good talk, and my son knows, if he's watching this, he knows what I was already talking to him about. But she's had, from lemons and everything else thrown at her, she's had very many dilemmas thrown at her this last 2 months. She bought a new house, then the owner couldn't move out right away, had to wait 30 days, then she had to renovate the bathroom before she could use it. And then one of her long time dogs passed away, and her mom moved in with her. She's had a lot of stuff going on, and then she had a car issue, and I'm trying to help her through, because she was calling me, what now, how do I get through this? But even though she was frustrated and all that jazz, I said, would your person 10 years ago, 20 years ago, would they have been able to handle this as you are now? And she goes, oh, hell no. I would have wigged out and been a dramatic meltdown drama queen. And she goes, no, I realize now I'm handling life's problems being thrown at me very good. And so I'm happy for her on that. Did the camera shut off? No. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm able to watch the live stream here just to make sure the camera's at a decent angle. So anyhow, folks, yeah, so my daughter, I think the year, because both my kids, since post-COVID, both my kids have lived with us for a year or more. And got to at least experience being mentored by us, and it reflects. And then I take the same thing I've reflected on to my children and expressed to my children and on to these two gentlemen that are out there making it in the trucking world. Am I good at trucking? I'm above average. I'm not the best expert out here, but driving comes natural for me. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy traveling. I enjoy meeting different people. I'll give a shout out too. I was talking to my daughter earlier, and I saw a truck, a rollback, came in with a 76 square body, and I can say it's a 76 square body. I saw it come in the parking lot here at the Loves, and I said, another YouTuber, Davis Drives, out of Richmond, Virginia. They restore and they build up old square bodies, 70s and 80s Chevy pickups is their forte. I saw that green 76 come out, and I said, that's that truck that lady just bought. I was watching on his channel just a few days ago. I went over, and sure enough, it was Raymond. He's hauling it out to Missouri, And I said, I just watched JW shoot a video on this truck. And I was on the trailer. Nice green 76 Chevy half-ton with a mild lift. Nice truck. Nice company. Nice family. So good to see that. That was my first interaction with a YouTuber out here. So anyhow, folks, go after your dreams. Don't let the fear hold you back, and just go for it. That's the best I can tell anyone generally, is just get out there and go for it. You know, pursue your passion and your dreams. You know, learn new things. Don't limit yourself. Don't be so, and when I say limit yourself, be codependent on everyone thinking for you. Get out there, learn new things, understand new things, and stop indulging on the marketing scheme that this country pushes down us, and just, you know, be that better person. You can. It's on you. Other people can't make you be that best person. This is all you. This has got to be you stepping in a direction, being driven, and succeeding at it. It's going to be your hard work and determination. So that's the best advice I give you. And to Bob and Steven, I'm just blessed to have been able to consult and get those phone calls from you guys, and be there to help you through some of the tough times you guys have. You know, I've been through the worst, and I tell you what, I've got a mentor. He's out in Apache Junction right now in Arizona, and he's just had some health issues he's overcome. So I am thankful he's still there, that I can still meet up with him here soon. So we all got to have a mentor. We all got to have someone to look up to be able to get up to their level. And I think everyone should have that, to where you just keep driving and becoming better and better and better. So until next time, folks, Trucker Rod here. Stay safe out there. Continue educating yourself. Knowledge is learned and not taught. And we will see you